my name is Michalina and today I'm going to discuss the plague of fake sick leaves in Kuwait. Kuwait is an interesting example of a country where high rates of absenteeism, particularly in the public sector, worsened by significant numbers of fake sick leave requests skyrocketing before or after holidays, turned into a serious financial and social problem. What is more, it seems that the Kuwaiti authorities have failed to address the matter at hand in an efficient manner. Therefore, in this video, I will attempt to critically overview, on the basis of press reports, various actions that have been undertaken by the Kuwaiti authorities so far in order to prevent the current tendencies among Kuwaiti employees regarding fake sick leaves. For example, on September 21st, 2015, it was reported by the Kuwait Times that because of the upcoming Muslim holiday of Eid al-Adha, which was to begin on September 22nd, the automated sick leave system at the Civil Services Commission started receiving multiple sick leave requests filed by the employees of the Kuwaiti public sector. At that time, the total number of applications was expected to reach as many as 30,000. Since the public sector in Kuwait employs a total number of 420,000 workers, it can be estimated that about 7% of the public sector workforce suddenly requested a sick leave, most probably in order to extend their already long holidays, which lasted from September 22 until September 26. Similar situation took place in summer, when due to another Muslim holiday, this time Eid al-Fitr, about 30,000 employees of the Kuwaiti public sector requested sick leaves for 3 days following the official holidays, and thus extending their holidays by 5 days, including the 2-day weekend. This phenomenon, however, is not new to the Kuwaiti authorities, which have been experiencing extraordinarily high rates of absenteeism among the public sector employees for some time already. For instance, in 2013, an article published by the Kuwait Times under a title "Fake Sick Leave, a Growing Problem" revealed that on the last working day before a 9-day Eid al-Fitr holiday, a significant number of public institutions saw remarkably high absence rates, with 2 ministries recording as low as 40% staff attendance. Moreover, according to the Kuwait's annual leave report, covering the period between January and March 2011, over 500,000 sick leave days taken by the state's employees during the 3 months surveyed in the study costed the government more than 10.5 million Kuwaiti dinars, which is roughly $35 million. It was also revealed that between January and March 2011, almost 9,000 people falsely claimed that they needed a day off in order to see their doctors, but they failed to deliver any medical reports in order to confirm their claims. The Kuwaiti authorities, aware of the problem, have indeed taken some steps in order to prevent the rapid spread of absenteeism, but with little or no success. Although the government has warned local clinics and hospitals against issuing sick leaves without valid reason, doctors, especially those working in private clinics, admit that they are under constant pressure from patients demanding to obtain sick leaves regardless of their actual state of health. As a result, after 30,000 government employees requested sick leaves for the 3 days following the Eid al-Fitr holiday last July, the Civil Services Commission announced it was launching a meticulous investigation in order to determine whether the sick leaves were issued on genuine basis. These efforts, however, seem to be rather futile, since similar action was already launched 2 years ago, when the Civil Services Commission declared to control any doctor with increased activity in signing sick leaves, but finally failed to deliver any results. Moreover, the government made an attempt to create a database that would synchronize information on sick leaves with travel records gathered at border checkpoints, but the idea never came into existence. Despite these efforts, it seems that the authorities have failed to properly identify actual roots of the problem. The culprit in this case is the Kuwaiti labor law, specifically its Article 69, which states that employees, once they obtain a doctor's note, are entitled to 15 days of sick leave at full pay per year. Once that period is exhausted, they can still enjoy 10 days of sick leave at 75% of their original wage. With this in mind, employees feel encouraged to exploit the current system, since the financial consequences of their behavior will be known at best or barely noticeable at worst. All things considered, if the Kuwaiti government is genuinely willing to solve the problem of absenteeism and fake sick leaves, it should make certain changes to the Kuwait labor law and reconsider currently existing sick pay patterns as described in the Article 69 of the labor law. For instance, when in 2008 the Czech Republic decided to reduce to zero the first 3 days of sick pay, it turned out that absenteeism at workplaces fell by 20% during the period when the zero sick pay for the first 3 days was in force. Another example is the United States of America, where national program for paid sick leave is almost non-existent, which results in very low numbers of days lost due to sickness, as reported by WHO. This approach, however, has a couple of downsides and creates considerable controversies with workers' rights groups. The government of Kuwait should consider for how much longer they can afford to waste money and work days due to unjustified sick leaves. In order to bolster that process, a careful and long-term study should be conducted to find out what are the exact financial consequences of the absenteeism in Kuwait, since currently available information is quite sparse. Certainly, Kuwait is not the only one in the GCC area troubled by the problem of dubious sick leaves. For example, in 2014, Saudi Arabia's highest religious authority actually issued a fatwa declaring fake sick leaves as sinful. Fake sick leave caused businesses to lose money, said the kingdom's Grand Mufti. Let us hope that the Kuwaiti authorities will come to similar conclusions.